The following program is a Greenlight Maine production being brought to you in part by Bangor Savings Bank.
It's the way life should be. Greenlight Maine, building Maine's economy. Greenlight Maine, start here, scale here, stay here. It's your Maine and mine, building Maine's economy, one dream at a time. It's the way life should be. Greenlight Maine.
Welcome to the Greenlight Maine College Edition. We are excited to be back for another series. The students are going to show you the incredible things happening and make you proud of what's going on campuses throughout our state. The way this works is 2 students pitch each week. The top 3 go to the finals and share thousands of dollars of cash to invest in their companies and grow Maine's economy. Before we begin, we want to meet our expert panel of judges, and let's begin with Martha Johnston from Finance Authority of Maine. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited. This is my first time on Greenlight Maine College Edition. I'm the Director of Education at the Finance Authority of Maine, so I basically work with Maine people to afford education after high school, whatever that looks like: college, university, community college, trade school.
Very important person to college students everywhere. All right, next up we have Jamie Dowdy from Bangor Savings Bank.
Hi, thank you. Happy to be here. Happy to be a part of this. I'm a 20-year veteran at Bangor Savings Bank. I'm in charge of product development, product management, and innovations within the institution, and I'm the Chief Innovation Officer.
Awesome. All right, and rounding out the panel is Kay Karina from the Department of Economic and Community Development. So happy to have you.
Thank you. So excited to be here today. I am the program manager for the Maine Career Exploration Program, and we pay for short-term paid work experiences for young people ages 16 to 24. So super excited to connect both opportunity, aspiration, and all of the incredible places here in Maine with the young people here in Maine. So excited to be here.
Another perfect judge. Okay, we're going to talk to you in a few minutes. It is time for our first pitch, which comes to us from Colby College. We have Carter Fries with Acent. Whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much. Hello, judges. My name is Carter Fries, and I'm the founder and CEO of Acent. My whole life, I've had a huge passion for giving back to the community. When I was growing up, my family volunteered as much as we could, using our spare time to do good. However, as I got older and busier, I found it increasingly difficult to use my time to do good things, so I turned to donating. However, I immediately encountered the fact that I didn't feel like my donations were making much of a difference because I couldn't give that much, and the advertisements I saw in the news of huge contributions and massive tax write-offs simply didn't apply to me. This experience is felt by many Americans across the country. Just 39% of Americans say that they don't trust, or that they trust that philanthropy is in a good place in our country. In polling my fellow students at Colby College, I learned that over 65% of students believe that donating is only for the wealthy, corporations, and individuals. We aim to change all of this. Introducing Acent, a simple, easy, and accessible philanthropic platform that gives everybody the chance to change the world. With just a few clicks, users can create an account and start giving immediately. They can link their bank account, credit or debit card, and connect to a variety of charities across the world and in their hometown. They can select from any range of donation platforms or any donation methods, from roundup donations to recurring donations and one-time donations. What we revolve around, however, is the roundup feature. Let's say you were to spend $4.29 at your favorite coffee shop. Acent would make note of this purchase and round it up to the nearest dollar, in this case 5. Whatever value is rounded up would then be drawn from your account and donated through Acent to the charities of your choice. Now, Acent also tries to counter the problem of trust that has become so emergent in the world of philanthropy. This is why we dive into every organization's background, history, goals, financial reports, and more, accumulating all of this data and displaying it in a simple and accessible way so that every user has all of the information they may need to know when making their decisions. On top of this, with every donation, we will keep track of and collect a user's tax receipts so that, come tax season, those who want to itemize their deductions can do so in a simple and accessible way. Moving on, at the pillar of Acent is the fun and rewarding aspect of it. Giving has not really been competitive for a long time, and we are trying to change this. Acent will offer referral rewards, engaging challenges, and leaderboards that are not based on the total amount donated, but instead on the variety of charities donated to, the challenges completed, and a user's giving streak. Through this, we encourage users to give in every way possible, not just by the amount. We also offer a wide range of opportunities for them to compete with friends, join forces with friends, family, coworkers, and even complete strangers in joining to set causes and set goals for the causes they are passionate about and make a united impact. We aim to establish a solid foundation in Maine. Our goal is to provide local organizations with the national support we feel they deserve. We also aim to help local Mainers and generous individuals across the country give in an accessible and easy way, truly changing the world 1 cent at a time. Ultimately, we are aiming to build our roots at Colby College and branch out through the NESCAC schools, finalizing our development throughout the country. Ultimately, Acent is not just an app. It's a catalyst for change in the palm of your hand. Together, I hope you will join me in proving that changing the world forever starts with Acent. Thank you.
Awesome. And what I love about this is everybody can give back in some way. So great job. All right, Martha, you're going to kick us off with the questions.
I will. I'm really curious, what's your vision 3 years versus 5 years from now? So I hear a lot of passion. So what do you think about in the immediate short term and then slightly longer term?
That's a good question. So what we really need now is the funding to start building the minimum viable product and testing. Right now, I've been working with technical students at Colby with the goal of identifying a potential co-founder, and my goal is to build this minimum viable product by the start of the summer and test it with the goal of moving on to building the full platform in 2025.
Great, thank you.
Jamie.
Yeah, well, I applaud the effort, by the way. It's a great idea. There's a lot of competitors in the marketplace. How are you going to differentiate Acent from what else is in the market?
Absolutely. So some of the leading faces of the industry are Givelify and GoFundMe and other sites such as those. And what they do is provide users with easy access to causes and contributions. However, no competitor in the market has tried to gamify giving in the way that we are trying to do. And we will make this with the virality of Acent and make it go viral through millennial and Gen Z individuals and have them share it through word of mouth and the competitive nature of the app itself. And that's how we try to differentiate.
Great answer. Kay.
Amazing. This is incredible. I'm wondering, what does your scale look like for the next 5 years or so? Do you see this growing outside of New England? Do you see this going, kind of countrywide? Can you tell me a little bit about how you see this scaling over time?
Yeah, of course. So, as I mentioned, our goal is to start working on the app as soon as possible. And although we want to keep our roots in Maine and really give access to those Maine charities, like I said earlier, we do absolutely want to branch out. There are over 1.5 million charities across the United States, and the average American donor only gives to 3.3. And that's nothing compared to how many there are. And we want to give visibility to all those smaller charities who just can't reach every single contributor. So we want to reach across the country, but we want to start by building a solid foundation in New England through the NESCAC schools and through family members and things like that. But then we do aim to branch out throughout the United States. Thank you.
Well, excellent questions, excellent job. We just can't wait to see where you go with this. All right, we have to take a short break and hear from our sponsors, but don't go away because we have USM on deck with some big solutions. We'll be right back. So you can come on over.
At Bangor Savings Bank, we understand that to deliver the best banking experience possible, meeting people where they are matters. That's how we fulfill our fundamental promise that you matter more. We are more than just a bank. We are friends, neighbors, and tireless advocates for the communities we serve. Wherever our customers are in their financial journey, we are there with them every step of the way.
Right into the lens, okay. Famous brand, rugged quality, and the best values anywhere.
This is where you start your future, where you find the skills you need to succeed and the support to help you on the way, where you will find the power of innovation and creativity, and the challenges to help you grow. Find a beautiful environment and a community that inspires, where you can turn your passion into your profession. This is where you start your life. This is where you belong. Thomas College.
Welcome back to the Greenlight Maine College Edition. When you hear about this next company, you're going to say, why didn't I think of that? From the University of Southern Maine, welcome Andre Cermeño with Quantum Solutions, whenever you're ready.
Hello everyone, my name is Andre Cermeño and I'm the CEO and founder of Quantum Solutions. Quantum Solutions started months ago in my room where I had to analyze 20 documents, process them, review them, and also store them. For me, that wasn't a struggle, and that's why I created Quantum Solutions. This platform will be able to help you to analyze, review, and classify documents in 3 simple steps. Our company, mixed with AI solution, helps your documents from unstructured and with typos to documents that you will be able to read them. That's why I created Quantum Solutions. Currently, the market for document analysis is estimated to be $72 million, and by 2028, it will increase to $8 billion. Quantum Solutions wants to tap into that market. Right now, we are working on this in our pricing, scalability. We are a subscription-based company. With the help of Greenlight Maine, I would like to launch my beta model. Thank you.
Great job. This is so interesting, and I know the judges have a lot of questions for you. So Martha, why don't you kick us off?
Great. So with such a big market, there must be competitors in the marketplace. So how are you going to differentiate your solution compared to competitors?
Great question. Currently, there is 4 competitors, big companies. For us, when we looked into those companies, they are so complex. They really don't add the feature for the individual to interact with the machine. With our solution, we are adding the individual, the human interface, so you can interact with the solution and you know that you are making the right decisions.
Great, thank you.
And just to clarify, so when they're interacting with a human, are they calling on the phone?
Nope.
Oh.
It's gonna be it's just you and the program. The program would, if the program has any questions, it will let you know, hey, there is a problem right here, and is this the correct answer? And then you would be able to reassure that. But what we're trying to aim is to a document analysis that it's free of error, scalable, and also cost effective.
Nice. Okay, Jamie.
Yeah, similar to what Martha asked in terms of the competitors, obviously you said you were working on your pricing model. Where are you today on the pricing model? How do you see that working at?
Currently we are on a subscription basis. We will be starting as a $30 basis, and then we will also customize depending if you're in a small startup or a big enterprise. We will tag your needs and evolve with you.
Thank you.
All right. Kay.
Great, fantastic. I am wondering, who is your first target market that you would like to roll this out with?
Great question. The markets that I'm trying to aim are the financial markets, starting from there, and also insurance, and then transportation and logistics. And also individuals who have a hard time keeping track of your contracts or your documents, to have them in a really safe place where you can organize them and have them ready.
Amazing.
Perfect. Okay, Martha, you have another question?
Well, yeah, I was thinking I need that in my home to organize my own documents.
Great point.
Where do you see your solution 3 years from now or 5 years from now when you think about a short-term vision?
Yes, in a short-term vision, my vision is to every company in Maine to use our product. Working together, I think we can create better solutions. We can work and also reduce the time that it takes for your workforce to complete this task, so they can redirect their efforts into other priorities. We want to work with AI and make this process as easy and seamless as possible.
Great, thank
Well,
you.
I'm sure every company in Maine needs this product. Do you have another question?
Yeah, I do. You mentioned a couple of industries, financial services, insurance, and you mentioned AI. Have you contemplated the security in and around the solution for those
Yes.
markets?
With our company, we have a DLP model, which is just the securest model that there is. There's not going to be data transferred to anywhere. It's just going to be me and you. And in that aspect, that makes it saves your data, and you can cancel at any time. So that's like one of our top priorities, keeping your data secure.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
Amazing. I would love to know a little bit more, as you're moving into your target markets like insurance and some of your financial institutions, what are you doing to help partner with some of these folks so that their customers are feeling comfortable and their customers have buy-in as well for this solution?
Good question. In the website that we'll have, we will offer a 14 days trial where individuals can learn about quantum solutions, learn about the process, the software, and also have a background on what the company is, and that will help individuals know more about the company in the long run. Yes.
I'm just curious, how did you come up with the idea for this? Because it is a wonderful idea.
It was back at my dorm room, where, like, as a person who has troubles with keeping documents organized, review them, analyze them, and if you make a typo, you have to go back and redo them again. But with this solution, it can scan your document, put it into a safe place, so you can review it and analyze it, and you don't have to go through these different processes. You know, it's just 3 steps.
Well, what a great idea. We wish you all the best of luck, and we're going to follow you because we know you're going to be a huge success. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, our judges have a very tough decision to make, so don't go away. We're going to hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
With so many Medicare options, it can be confusing. At Martin's Point, we make your Medicare choices easy. Our all-in-one Medicare plans cover doctor's visits, hospital stays, and prescription drugs, dental, vision, and eyewear, fitness and wellness reimbursements, with premiums and copays as low as $0. As one of the highest-rated Medicare Advantage plans in New England, you can feel confident you're covered. Call or visit us online today to request your free Medicare Made Simple guide.
Whether you're a small business or a big business, whether you're cutting edge or looking at a traditional industry in a whole new way, whether you're on the coast, in the city, a small town, wherever, if you're an organization here in Maine, if you want to innovate and if you want to grow, we want to support you. We're the Maine Technology Institute.
Your personal brand is how people feel about you, both in person and online. And you need to present yourself consistently, both in person and online. It's also how they talk about you when you're not in the room. A large part of how they feel about you is whether or not you keep your promises to others, whether or not you do what you say you will do. That's how you become trustworthy. Trust is the key to success in business. People want to know you're competent and qualified, but also caring and compassionate. They want to know that you have their best interests at heart. They must know you and like you in order to trust you. Know, like, and trust. That's so important. Having a network of people who know, like, and trust you is the key to being successful in business and ultimately to being happy personally.
Welcome back to the Greenlight Maine College Edition. Our judges are going to talk this out. So for our folks at home, I'm just going to go over the criteria. It's scalability, feasibility, overall quality, innovation, and the ability to stay in Maine, which is so important. So let's start with Acent, only because Carter pitched first. So what'd you think, Martha?
So I think, in the category of scalability and innovation, I'm wishing them together. I loved when he used the phrase, the ability to change the world one cent at a time in the palm of your hand. So I think he has a really compelling innovation, especially for the younger generation, quite frankly. We want to grow the next, level of philanthropy. And this seems to me to be a great way to do that.
Right, and I mean, what I like is the whole concept, because everybody can participate, whether it's a very small amount or a large amount, right, Jamie?
Yeah, I agree. I love the energy behind it, and I think it's actually going to address what is as I mentioned to him during the break, I think it's appealing to a need within the younger generation that wants to be able to give back and providing nonprofit charity. I think that opportunity that was also part of his challenge is that it's a competitive space and there's clutter, and so it's going to be costly for him to break through that. And I don't know if that 2.9 plus 30 is going to be able to do that for him.
Right, it's expensive. Okay, Kay.
Absolutely. I think it's such an incredible idea, especially to get folks into participating in their own community, their own economy. I think something that is really striking to me is with over 8,000 nonprofits in Maine, how is this really going to show impact for them and really be a great buy-in opportunity for people in the community that may not have donated because they can't meet a $10 mark, but they could meet a $5 mark, they could meet a $1 mark, and really over time, that's building a relationship for a potential long-term donor, not just from, a young person to, as they're more established in a career, but it's building that sense of community, that sense of belonging, that sense of place here in Maine. And that's something, especially with the work that I do and finding that in an opportunity here for this, I think that that's amazing for Maine. And then looking at how this scales over a lot of different places, especially within, kind of our New England area, what does this look like? And I think the possibilities are really endless.
That's right. So you spent a lot of time off camera. You had some great advice for Carter about starting here and then building out to the Northeast. Awesome. Okay, quantum solutions. Andre, very interesting. Definitely solves a problem, especially if you're an individual user.
Well, and that's what I loved about it, actually. And we got to ask some questions off camera, which was really great. I love the idea that there's a one-on-one interaction with the project that you're trying to use quantum solutions to do. But then it seems to me, too, there's an opportunity for that scalability, because certainly he's going to need that. There will be lots of expenses related to that, especially related to security. So I think the idea that it could accommodate the individual user and then be scaled to an enterprise-wide organization, I think those are good things, but lots to move forward with on that to make it happen.
All right, Jamie.
Yeah, I agree. I think he is looking from a B2C perspective. I think he can pursue that, and I think there certainly, as we discussed, we all have this need in our own individual lives. But I would also encourage him to look at the B2B opportunity. We had talked about various examples where he could get it off the ground working with a regulated industry or a regulated company to prove the security and to show its efficiency.
So that means he mentions $30 a month. So a business paying $30 a month seems very affordable.
It's definitely affordable for a small business and even for an individual if the value is there, or the perceived value is there. But again, as we were talking off camera, I think there are some challenges with the cost to provide the security, the cloud services, things of that nature that $30 is going to have to cover in addition to his own operational group. So B2C is really, really tough, and it's expensive. I would encourage him to go to B2B route.
And it probably takes time.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of capital, and you've got to be able to cut through the clutter there. There's lots of players in this space. There's DocuSign, there's Adobe, there's many solutions in the marketplace, and so you're going to have to be able to convey what is the value proposition that those entities are not delivering today.
Nice. Okay, Kay.
Absolutely. I think it's such a great idea, and especially thinking about some of his target markets that he has, I think that this would be a great pairing within there, especially for some of our main, businesses that we know have a lot of pieces that go with them. Thinking about the scalability of this, and he is entering a $72 million market, as he mentioned, and I mean, that's not a small market. I think one thing that I would want to keep in mind for him would be the cloud storage, and what does this look like over time? So if you're, partnering with one of our major hospitals or something like that, as we've talked about, what does that look like over time as documents accumulate? What does that storage look like? What is the security behind that? I think, though, this could be such a great opportunity to help, lean the process for some of this paperwork and lean the process for some of the folks who are doing some of this really manually. And I think it's such a great opportunity for organization, and then efficiency within organization, and efficiency grows into more opportunity.
Awesome. Well, that is some great feedback, and you guys had a very robust discussion, so kudos to you. Some great advice. All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to let you know who the winner is of today's round. So first, a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Albin, Randall, and Bennett, committed to providing accounting solutions to Greenlight Maine startups, working with businesses and organizations that operate locally and nationally. ARBCPA.com.
At Bangor Savings Bank, we understand that to deliver the best banking experience possible, meeting people where they are matters. That's how we fulfill our fundamental promise that you matter more. We are more than just a bank. We are friends, neighbors, and tireless advocates for the communities we serve. Wherever our customers are in their financial journey, we are there with them every step of the way.
Whether you're a small business or a big business, whether you're cutting edge or looking at a traditional industry in a whole new way, whether you're on the coast, in the city, a small town, wherever. If you're an organization here in Maine, if you want to innovate, and if you want to grow, we want to support you. We're the Maine Technology Institute.
Welcome back. We just watched two rising stars, Acent and Quantum Solutions, and it's time to find out who the winner of today's round is. So judges, I'm going to count you down from 3. 3, 2, 1. And that means Acent gets the green light and is moving on in the competition. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. We'd like to thank Thomas College for coordinating the entire college series. We'd also like to thank our judges, our contestants, and our crew that makes the magic happen. You can check out all of our episodes on greenlightmaine.com, and we love your feedback, so please keep the comments coming. We'll be back next week with 2 more amazing contestants. Until then, have a successful week. Congratulations.
Greenlight Maine would like to thank our premier partner, Bangor Savings Bank, our corporate partners, and our sponsors. Thank you.